Hi everyone. It has been a little while since I've posted any kind of video, especially card reading videos. But this time I've decided I was going to do something a little different because with things opening up again, there are some shows coming up and the regulations have changed. And one of the things that has come up is that readers need to have a shield, protective tabletop items to just protect the customer, protect yourself. And I started looking online and I found, I found some point of sale desktop shields that are $48 plus shipping and upwards to $112. And I thought, no, that's ridiculous. We know that's fairly straightforward to make something possibly by hand. So I started thinking about different ways, and here's sort of a thought. I thought I would do doweling or PVC pipe and the corner elbows and so on. And so I have some of these for signage that I have, those are the stands that I have for signage, and started costing that out, and that was going to be about $30 to do, because you need 8 fittings and some doweling or the comes in the 1 inch. And I also thought, well, that's bulky and it's going to take up a good portion of the desk or the table that I'm using. So I started thinking, what else could be possible? So I decided I was going to see what I could create, keep it in a budget. And while I was thinking about it, I went to the dollar store. And lately I've been doing a lot of DIY, watching a lot of DIYs, creative videos for Dollar Tree finds or dollar store finds. And I found in the dollar store, I found these shoe racks. And the shoe racks come with 1/2-inch pipes or metal pipes. So you can see the 1/2-inch corner items, and both the elbow and the T, and it's $4. So I started playing with it. Now I could create, it comes with different size forms or pipes, and I thought, well, okay, I'll play with that and see what I can come up with. And I'm excited to show you what I created and how it came about. Now, so I will show a few options because Dollar Store has 2 types. Well, actually, they're really very similar, except one is gray and one is white. And the design of the elbows are very slightly different. These ones seem to be a little sturdier, so we'll see. That's the gray one. Anyways, so for $12 or so, including 20 mil sheet from LenMills to create the shield, and a little bit of effort because you have to fit it to the pipe as well, the plastic. But you could use other things from the dollar store, such as the drop cloths for painting. They're not as clear as the 20 mil sheeting. LenMills also has thinner plastic sheet, but I decided to go high end. So I got a meter, and it cost me $12, and I'm going to only end up using half of it. I wasn't sure how much I was going to use, so I decided to get a little bit extra. So for maybe $6. Anyway, then the other fun fact, I guess, is that you could just use saran wrap. Once you've got your form, you can do whatever you need to create the shield. Anyways, you get a little bit of a sneak peek here, and I'm going to go to the other camera, and I'll show you some of the things. I'm going to videotape me putting it together. So simple, no cutting involved like if I was using PVC or doweling, as you can see. And PVC, I couldn't even cut it myself. I had to get it pre-cut, and you pay a little extra for that as well. So anyways, I hope whoever's needing to create a shield for their card readings or any other services that they're one-on-one with a customer and are really not wanting to spend $40 to $100 on a shield. And plexiglass is so hard to come by these days. I'm just noticing that too. because I did look into that at first as well. But, you know, a wooden frame and plexiglass, you're still looking at about 60 bucks to make it yourself. So let's see if we can create something for $12 or less and have it be efficient and effective. So here it is coming together. I am going to try to videotape myself creating the frame, but you can see how it's coming together here. And I was initially going to put little holes with my leather punch. I just heard the plastic fall off the counter over there. But while I was thinking about making the holes, I thought, well, I need some tape, like painter's tape or something, to keep the plastic in place so that I can line it up as I cut the holes. And I couldn't find that, but I found double-sided tape, and so I created the channel for the top piece, wove it down and through and behind here, so you can see this is on top, but on here with some tension it's running over and then taped to this particular one underneath. I'll tape it some more once I get a chance to put it upside down and tape it some more. So this piece will be the permanent one. All the plastic is going to be wrapped around these bars once it's taken apart. And I've done one side with plastic. There's a little bit of a gap, but I think at this point we're still pretty protected. And this piece here has no plastic, but I have started laying it out. And here's the double-sided tape. Any double-sided tape I think would work. But this is pretty heavy-duty stuff because I have a lot of different things like that in my crafts. So I'm going to run the tape, wrap it around to create the channel, and then put it up and around here. So there'll probably be two channels on the sides. So as I did here, you can see there's channels, and that's just fitting in. So I have to do the two side panels and so on. But I will continue taping, and I'll get this one finished and I'll do the second one, but I just wanted to make sure before I assemble it in front of the camera that it works to the dimensions that I want. So this is what I'm using. I've got two packages that create the shoe racks, and they come with corner PVC fittings as the T as well as the 90-degree, and some 6-inch, some 8-inch, or 1 foot I guess, and about 2 feet as well. So you use most of all of the big ones, most of the medium ones, and about half of the small ones. So we're going to start with the base. So the first thing I want to do is create the front piece, and that needs to be fitted with one of these facing you and up. Okay, so if you're using this here as the front, so make sure they're nice and square. I don't know if you can see that. I see that you can't, so hold on, I'm going to move this back a little bit. Okay, so now that this is flat. So the next piece I need is the two front sides. So in they go. You're going to be so surprised how easy this is. And then this piece, need more of these ones here. So this one here, you need to have a piece that goes towards you and a piece that goes back into the center. I'm going to have to change my format here a little bit by putting a piece in the back. Now I'm going to take a medium-sized piece to give myself a nice big window in the front that I can place cards closer to the client rather than far away, because the shield is actually going to be here behind this window or pocket. So here we go. And we've got the first aspect of the frame. Now, because we want to create a box that the shield's going to raise up from, we need to continue with the T items, this time facing up and into the center and fitting into the front piece. Okay. Now, the first one of these I made, I used a different packaging. The system that came with that particular packaging had none of the elbows, just the straight the elbows, so that's the white one. The gray one comes with both styles. So I'm going to see what I end up configuring here, but it should work out quite well. All right, so now we need to match the height here. Okay, so we're going to put 2 more small ones in. I'm leaving this open here, so I could possibly use just a corner one like this here because I don't need this piece here. So if I need more of these, I'll swap it out. All right, and because I'm now using this part to create the screen, hold on. There is a little hole here even though there's no extension, so it does throw the dimension off a little bit when I put the piece here, but you'll see it doesn't make that much of a difference. It's like a 1/4 of an inch lower when I stick these guys in. So now I've got my, create my front bar. And using a medium-sized piece, go on in. I threw away the instructions on how to make the shoe rack, by the way. And I don't know what I'm going to do with the plastic liner that makes the little shelf for the shoes, but I'm keeping it because I always find that things like that come in handy. I might, so since I've bought 4 of these and I'm creating 2, one that's going to be a permanent one in my office and one that's going to be a traveling one for events and shows. I have 4 of those liners for the shelves. Okay, now what did I do here? I wanted this to go, aha, I just realized something. Because I want to extend my surface here in the front, these 2 pieces need to be flipped the other way so that I could put another piece there. So hold on a second, I will do that in a moment. But here we go. We've got the general frame. Now if you wanted to leave it just like that, I'll show you here in a second. If you wanted to leave it just like that, you're good to go, right? You just put the corner one in and now you have a shield, place to read, and it's just fairly narrow, but I am going to be adding more this way. I think I've got one piece, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I've got one piece sitting on the other table where I started the video so that I could show the unit, the items that I have here. Okay, but so we are going to extend this way. So I'm just looking at my thing here. Okay, so what I want to do is set it up so that I've got a piece that goes across, and because I've got this little hole here, I can extend that way. And you can extend it with the short or the medium, depending on what you weigh, how much you have room on your display table or your point of sale. For me, it's for card readings. That's why I've got this extra little piece here. And if you are using it for point of sale, you may not want to go much further than this so that you have place to, you know, you can set paperwork or whatever here, or you can cut a little window out of the heavier plastics depending on what you're doing. Okay, so this is going to go this way here so that I have a hole on the side. That one here has a hole. but there's no hole here. Okay, so as you can see, pretty straightforward. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I am missing one. It's got to be at the other table. All right, so as I said, I have to take this apart, just the bottom piece here, and flip it around so that I can do the extension. Is it going to do that? No. I need to just reconfigure this way. Because what I want to do is add a short piece at the top and the bottom here on the sides. And for the ends here, I'm just using the corner bit and medium-sized piece to create the balance. Now you could do it this way so that it's more sturdy in this direction. All right, so that there was the camera turned itself off. I ran out of room, so I finished off this other side. So now it has the full top and sides. It's nice and sturdy. And again, if you want, there's also the opportunity to add additional support this way, but it's not that major a deal. Now I'm not going to do the full wrapping because I've only got a little bit of the plastic sheeting remaining after creating the other one, but that's okay because I still feel that this is a very reasonable price point for something like this. And I'll just have to go get another 1/2 meter of the sheeting because I've got enough to do, well, maybe a little bit more than 1/2 meter. But so I'm going to do the one side, but I'll show you what I did, because initially I was going to use a hole punch and then create, weave in some fabric to create the channel that's going to go through here so I can take things apart. But as I mentioned earlier, I thought about taping it so that it would stay nice and straight while I punch the holes in with my leather punch, because this is very thick plastic, as you can see. And as I was looking for the tape, I saw the double-sided tape and I went, well, duh. So anyway, we'll lay that out here. I'll just do a couple of corners just so you can see how quickly and how easily this plastic sheeting can go on. And I've mentioned already before that if you wish to do your plastic sheeting more inexpensively, I quite honestly feel that just for a temporary show or something like that, that you could use something like a drop cloth for painting, and at the DollarStore I saw those fairly reasonable. And I hope you can see what I'm doing here. I'm just going to line it up. I can't move it anymore, but I'm just creating as straight as I can at this angle, because to show on the video I can't be in front of it. So I'm just creating a channel, and when I take this apart, it's easy for me to put it back together because I now have a channel. Now on the sides, I don't care if the tape is a little further in, because mostly what I want to do is create a nice viewing area in the front, so that will be shortened up. I try not to do too much tape here, blocking the view because people will be sitting in front of me. But that gives you an idea, and I'm just going to finish this up afterwards. But for the length of the video, I think we've already got a good amount of time, and all the things that I wanted to show you I have. So now I have a spot to lay cards that's protected but clear, and ample elbow room because the piece doesn't wrap around, but it has some support legs in the back, so it's very sturdy. And I have a shield, and in total less than $20 to put it together. Now I ended up using more plastic than I thought because of the extra surfaces here with the little card reading window pocket there, giving me more space to do a reading. And a nice, as I mentioned earlier in the recording, is that I did create, or I did choose to use the more expensive plastic, but you can see how good and sturdy that is. As I said, any kind of plastic sheeting could work, and I used just a little less than a meter. So the meter at LenMills for the 20 mil was $12.95, I believe, 12 something, and I've used less than the full meter, but still you want to account for that. So thank you for watching, and I hope this is helpful for those of you who are going to be looking to do card readings or any kind of point of sale and require something as the shield, as our retail spaces and services are opening up, so one-on-one consultations. This is a very easy shield to make, and once again under $20. So, and that's with going with the more expensive plastic. So technically, two of the shoe rack things, $4 each, so it's $8 just for that, and then saran wrap if you want, or another $1.25 for the drop cloth at the dollar store. And that's it. So I hope you enjoyed this, and I hope it's helpful, and shoot me some comments as to what you thought. Thanks.